A very common assessing field within the CAVA course is that of the care industry. So if you are perhaps a care worker working towards your CAVA qualification, and you're just a little bit unsure about what you're going to perhaps conduct your assessments on, here we have a number of different examples of ideas that you can take forward. So just think about your two candidates, so who are going to be your two assessing candidates. These could be experienced care workers, so these could be two experienced colleagues within the care industry, okay, or it could be two perhaps trainee care workers that you're monitoring and providing feedback for. Okay, so for workplace 1 and for workplace 2, you could have an observation, okay, and you could see the care worker perhaps interacting and taking patient tests. So it could be perhaps their morning tests, perhaps a morning routine, how they interact with the client, okay, the customer, and just give them lots of care and support. So you are observing them within their natural working role, okay. So it could be administering tests, okay, perhaps checking blood pressure, issuing medication, by example, could be another topic of your observation. Furthermore, for workplace 3 and for workplace 4, you could have once again another observation, but this could be a risk assessment of a patient's room or living arrangements or quarters. So this could be any type of perhaps a checklist that the care worker has to complete or fill out to make sure that the room is safe, secure, sanitized, ready for that patient to use as well. So it could be perhaps a cleaning rota, it could be a checklist that the care worker fills out to make sure that the room, the arrangement are fit for purpose as well. So it could be some types of checks here within their working role. When we come on to vocational assessment, so we're thinking of some training-based scenarios for our two care workers. So this could be a skills test, it could be perhaps a multiple choice test on health and safety, or a care questionnaire. So it could be perhaps normal operating procedures, it could be perhaps any questions to do with perhaps a duty of care of the patients, or scenario-based questions that they need to fill out, and you're checking their knowledge. So in terms of what standards or criteria that you are going to perhaps create these questions on, so perhaps think about any type of care worker qualifications. So you could perhaps have a look at qualification specifications and come up with a series of questions that is going to test the knowledge of your two care workers. For vocational 3 and vocational 4, this could be a role play. This could be a scenario within perhaps a training room or an office where there is going to be a simulation on safe lifting of clients, by example. So you could perhaps set up a training scenario where you have perhaps a colleague and the care worker has to try to use the correct safety lifting technique, okay. So it's within a controlled environment and you're just looking at their technique. So it's all to do with safe lifting of a resident as well. So that could be sort of a training scenario and you could observe how they do that, okay. So those are just typical workplace and vocational assessments within the care industry, okay. So just think about the two candidates or colleagues that you are going to be using for your assessments.